All right, guys. Welcome to the Pay Your Tip Up podcast. I'm Texas DJ, and this is a podcast about strip club places, strip club people, strip club lessons. And the one thing we're talking about today is ugly and fat strippers. All right, now this subject is a little touchy because it also goes with other things. But if you are the type of person that's going to be offended by a subject that concerns fat and ugly strippers, please leave now. Okay, I want you to understand that I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be an asshole. Okay, but this is an industry based on looks. It's like models. All right, like models that walk down the runway. Okay, they have a look. They have a body type that is required to be a model that walks down the runway. I'm sorry if I'm enunciating on my words. I've worked a lot of hours in the last week. I'm very tired. They're redoing the apartment next to me. So if I'm enunciating every word, it's because I don't want to sound stupid. I haven't got a lot of sleep. They're remodeling the apartment next to mine. So if I'm enunciating a lot, now you know why. All right. So if you're a model and you walk down the runway, you have to have a certain body type. Now, certain clubs want a certain body type at their clubs. They want a certain level of beauty. Okay? Now, if you walk in and you have a little bit of a tummy, they can overlook it. Okay, you wear certain outfits, they don't see it. But if you walk out on two-piece bikini out on the floor and they can see that you have a little bit of stomach, they're gonna be like, no, go back, put on something that covers it up. You might be thinking to yourself, wow, that's mean. That's true. Okay, they act like that because it's a look-based business. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, you can control your weight, you can't control being ugly. I don't want to hear it, okay? There are plenty of tutorials on fucking YouTube that can turn a girl that's a 2 and look into a girl that's a 9, okay? But reality is, guys, if you're wearing a shit ton of makeup that you actually have layers on, it's not gonna fucking work, okay? Your faces will get smudged. You will start sweating from going on stage all the time. You rub up on guys, that makeup will come off, and guys don't like having their shirts ruined by 62 layers of makeup. Okay? So if you're ugly, it ain't gonna cut it. But we're not gonna be talking about how some clubs discriminate against ugly and fat strippers. We're gonna talk about the clubs that do use them and why. Alright, guys, so there's a limited number of strippers in any given town. Alright, due to its size, means how many strippers there will be. Okay? Because not every girl feels comfortable getting butt naked for money. Okay? I want to make sure of that. And more importantly, some girls do not have the right attitude to be naked for money. And when I say attitude, I mean they think to themselves that they are hot shit. They think to themselves that they deserve everything handed to them on a silver fucking platter. If that was the case, and you were that hot, that everything should be served to you on a silver fucking platter, you would have married a billionaire, a millionaire. You would have married somebody with money that would pamper you until you turn 30, in which case they kick your ass to the curb and tell you that they got a prenup and don't have to give you shit. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about if you were that hot, you would be married to somebody that's got a shit ton of money. You aren't married to them. That means that you have to follow the fucking rules. Have I met plenty of girls with bad attitudes? Fuck yeah. It's the reason why I drink when I get home from fucking work. All right, so fat and ugly strippers, they're out there, okay? Again, there's only so many girls in a city that are willing to take their clothes off for money. So that limits down the number of girls you're going to have, okay? And more importantly, there are certain clubs in Austin like Palazzo, Yellow Rose, Perfect 10 North that are the cream of the crop when it comes to the strip club industries here in Austin. And I'll be talking about those clubs later on, some other podcasts down the road. But, so you understand, there's creams of the crop and there's everybody else, okay? These clubs make money, but they don't make as many millions as those other clubs make. So, are they going to kick dancers to the curb? No. Because why? They need numbers, okay? Certain clubs have what they call mandatory work days. Like Mondays and Tuesdays, dancers are required to be there either Monday or Tuesday to work the weekends. That means if you don't work Monday or Tuesday, you cannot work Friday or Saturday without paying a hefty house fee. Okay? Having said that, it's mandatory. But guys, good looking chicks are going to show up on Monday. They're going to show up on fucking Tuesday because it's mandatory. But you know what? They might not work. They might not work Sunday. They might not work Wednesday. They might not work Thursday. Because if they work Friday and Saturday, these girls are going to make a shit ton of money. I personally have known several girls. I've known about 50 who, when these mandatory days existed, they came in, they worked as little time as they could. They paid out to leave fucking early. Why? Because if they worked even at a shitty club on Friday and Saturday, they could make up to $1,000 those 2 days. Now, if you're making let's just say there's 4 weeks in a month, you can make $8,000 a month. Do you really care about working the other days? No, because you're going to be out enjoying yourself on the days you don't have to be there. You have to work Monday or Tuesday. So what are you going to do? You're going to go out and party Saturday. You're going to go out and party Sunday and Wednesday and Thursday. Because you got to work the other 4 days of the week. Okay? So who's going to work there? Fat and ugly strippers. They are the backbone of certain clubs on slow fucking days. And yes, Wednesdays and Thursdays can be slow. One second. Whew, I felt the bad sneeze coming on. If I ever cut out like that, it's because some of my sneezes can be loud and very, very projectile-y. I don't even know if that's a word, but we're just going to use that word. Ugly and fat strippers can be the backbone of clubs during the slow days. And even clubs that don't have mandatories days for Mondays and Tuesdays know that they need bodies there. They need people in there. Now, it's okay if you have a girl that's a 4 or 5 in the face, but she's got some nice tits and ass. Hey, guys, we'll go with it. Because some guys only pay attention to titties. Some guys only pay attention to ass. So what does it matter if she's not something to look at when she's rubbing her titties in your face and her ass in your face? Guys won't give a shit because guys are stupid animals. How can I say that being a guy? Because I know for a fact that 85% of the guys that go to strip clubs are fucking animals. I see it every fucking day at work. Only 15% are civilized human beings that are there to have a good time. You might be thinking, aren't the other 85% there to have a good time? No, they're there to get fucked up. Okay? We'll talk about that later. Okay? Levels of fun at strip clubs. You can have fun, okay, at a strip club and not get fucked up. What does that mean? That means you get to drive fucking home. It means you don't have to worry about falling into a fucking door. Alright, let's keep going, alright. That is an ugly stripper. A fat stripper. Again, you might need numbers, guys. And there's different levels of fatness. Okay, again, if you have a little bit of a pooch, a little bit of a stomach, you're not fat. Okay? I've known girls that were thick. Okay? But they weren't thick. Okay? There's a difference. Okay? You don't have to be a stick. Okay? I've known plenty of girls that have bodies that are fucking hot. Okay? If you have a little bit of a stomach, guys don't give a shit. Some club managers do, but most guys ain't gonna care. Why? If you got the personality, the tits and ass to take it all the way home, trust me, they don't give a shit. Alright? That's alright. Now, if you noticeably have a stomach, even when you put on a corset, that's when you start pushing the fat area. And that's when you have things like cellulite, which is, let me tell you, a boner killer for some guys. Okay? I'm not bullshitting you. It's a boner killer for some guys. They, saying the word cellulite to a guy is the same as saying, oh my God, my husband's home. It's going to kill that wood, okay? Let me tell you. Hold on. My allergies are crazy today. Sorry about that. Again, saying the word cellulite is a boner killer to some guys. And seeing it is even worse. If you rub your ass on a guy's face and it feels like he's getting his face grated against something, he's not going to get turned on. Okay? But why are they there? Because sometimes club needs bodies. Okay, not everybody at certain clubs can be a 10. I've worked at certain places like Sugar's, down in Texas Saloon, the Landing Strip. I don't want to mention the other places because they weren't that bad as far as body types go. That ended up having to use ugly and fat strippers. You know, a place called Divas, which used to be called Hot Bodies. They were known for having fat and ugly girls. Okay, I say that because I know firsthand. Why? Because I had a friend that liked going there because he had this thing about this one fat dancer, and he would go there and he didn't like going by himself. I was like, all right, fine, I'll go with you. And that was not my first experience with hot bodies / divas. My friends thought it would be funny one day, because I passed out drunk, to pick me up, and which I'm fat at the time, so it took more than one guy. They went to hot bodies / divas. They paid the door guy to bring me in, passed out. They paid the cover, left me there at the front door with my phone and my wallet, mind you, so I could pay to get the fuck out of there. Just to be funny. And I woke up, and there was a lot of fat and ugly chicks. I had no idea where I was at for a second. And then when I found out, I'm like, what? I didn't want to come here. But it happens. It happens. They need loving too. And there are guys that have this thing where they want fat, white, black, and Mexican chicks. I kid you not. Okay, there was this guy. I want to say his name was Tommy. All right, he was a customer when I was working at the landing strip. Good looking dude. You could tell he worked out. He had this thing for this. God damn it! What the hell was her name? There was this fat Mexican chick and fat black girl that he really loved. I mean, he was all in it. Got lap dances in VIP. He would be like all drooling all over them. And you might be thinking to yourself, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it does, because that's some guys' things, okay? Some guys can't go to the bigger clubs because they don't have girls with big asses, cellulite, and big ass titties. Not because they don't want to, but because they don't want fat chicks in their club. And some guys are like, wow, I do want a fat girl. Some of you are thinking, what? Yeah, that's why they work at fucking strip clubs, okay? They're the backbone, and some guys actually want them. Okay? I know it sounds weird to some people, and considering how racist some of these club owners are, and different subject. We're going to move on with that one. Anyway, so yeah, guys, you have to understand is like some of these guys want these fat and ugly girls. What can I say? Some guys go out to these clubs to get them. So they exist. Yeah. Are they hurtful to the business? Not all the time. Okay? For some girls, that's how they make their money. They go to a club and they find a club that has nothing but fat and ugly chicks. Okay, there used to be this girl named Heaven that I worked with at the landing strip. She would love working. She would actually get numbers of certain strippers. So she'd be like, hey girl, blah, blah, blah. Are you working today? Oh yeah. So she would go in when these ugly and fat strippers were working, because then she was like a 6. But next to them, she was a 9. She would make so much money. And guys, if you're going to get, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, that doesn't sound nice. It's not nice. Because it doesn't have to be. It's a business. It's about looks. That's how you got to play the game. Alright guys, so I want you to understand, fat and ugly strippers, they do exist. They are necessary evil. I hate to say it like that. And they are necessary evil when it comes to doing business. Okay? They stack the deck. Okay? When you're running low on numbers and you've got, oh, I've got 7 girls on a Thursday. Well, that sucks. But if you bring in 5 or 6 fat and ugly girls, oh, you know what? I can push my numbers to 15. Oh, wait, you got friends that are fat and ugly? Oh shit, I can get my numbers to 20. And that is even better for the club, because the club makes money off of every single dancer. The DJ makes money off of every single dancer. The manager makes money off every single dancer. And hey, that's good for me because I get paid. Thank you for listening. This is your host, Texas DJ. I'll see y'all next time. Please share, like, subscribe if you can be bothered to. If not, to hell with it. All right. Peace.